Damn, are we on? Finally. I have to use my old phone to do these videos. This old phone is real slow, but it don't burn the battery like my newer phone does. But anyway, guys, we're gonna call this "The Walls Are Closing In on Them" Part 1. It's guys, I said this in the past, it's always the person who does wrong that's gonna feel the worst, even when they're trying to inflict pain on someone else. Let's say I go out here and I do something, I do something bad to somebody. I mean, unless you don't have a soul, which that could be a possibility. A lot of them sold their souls, so I don't get too much into what they are feeling. But what I can tell you guys is that joy is a whole different type of feeling, man. It's something that money cannot buy joy. We talk about how money brings more problems. People who have the most money are the most suicidal. People trying to humble me. I don't know how you can humble a humble person. But it's not just these people, guys. I've dealt with this stuff my whole life. People trying to humble me and stuff like this. But one thing I know is that the walls are closed in on these people. Look, the walls was closing in on these people when I was still with them. I can only imagine what it must be like now. And some of them think they're going to come back in my energy. You're not coming back in my energy. It'll be dangerous for you to even try to do so for many reasons. Nobody from my past is coming back in my energy. It's not happening. It's just like Elijah Muhammad said, no matter how much they beg and plead. Imagine that, the people who were so intent on inflicting pain, coming back and pleading, saying they sorry. No, you're not sorry. You're just sorry you got caught. These people are not sleeping. I mean, hell, you could just look at a motherfucker and tell that's something not right about them. You can just look at somebody and tell when something not right. Let's chime in, guys. I think we're going to be about 10 minutes on this.
Make it forever, especially not when your energy, clear, strong, real, walks into a room and exposes everything. That's your gift, chosen one. You don't even have to say a thing. Just being there is enough. Your presence makes people uncomfortable when they've got something to hide. That's why they came after you. Not because you were loud, but because even your silence made them nervous. They wanted to break you. They tried to push you, set you up, make you act out, just so they could say, see? Look how unstable they are. But you didn't react the way they hoped. You stayed calm. You moved with...
And guys, trust me, I don't even care about what other people who don't even have nothing to do with the situation think, because if you ain't smart enough to know, I mean, we're talking about, adults here. If you're not smart enough to know when somebody is inflicting slander on someone else, or when someone is doing something bad or unjust to another person without that person being there to defend themselves, well, I mean, you're just as bad as them. Is no, guys, trust me when I tell y'all, there's no care in my heart over here about what these people think, or even people who talk to them or associate with them think, because the people who talk to them and associate with them, if they were smart and wanted to stay out of trouble and stay out of jail and stay out of being under investigation, they'd be smart enough to, like, okay, time to exit stage left from these people. Otherwise they deserve to go down with them.
Grace, not anger, and that shook them. Now the mask they once wore so proudly is falling apart, and the dust is landing on their name. Behind the scenes, they're struggling more than they'd ever admit. Credit maxed out, bills unpaid, fake friends that only show up when there's something to gain, shallow relationships, a messed up reputation, an empty spirit. And still, they pretend like all is well, still acting like they're winning. Because if they admit they're hurting, they'd also have to admit they were wrong about you. Their world is closing.
I don't know. Do I look like somebody that's hurting, guys? I don't know. Y'all tell me.
And their lies are getting louder. Not because anyone is believing them anymore, but because because they're trying to convince themselves. Maybe you've heard people say something's off. They don't look the same, they've been quiet. And now you know why. That karma, it's not just tapping them on the shoulder. It's holding them down. They can't escape it. And they really, really don't want you to see it. They told people you were the problem. Now those same people are watching their life fall apart. And you didn't even have to say a word. The truth is speaking for you. That's what happens when you're in alignment with real purpose. You don't have to play dirt. You're covered in ways they can't touch. You might wonder, why didn't anyone stand up for me when they were lying? Some folks need to see the breakdown before they believe the truth. And now they're watching it play out, little by little, publicly, painfully. The ones who laughed when your name was dragged? They're now watching the liar become the one no one takes seriously anymore. Chosen one. Let this settle in. Your light makes people uncomfortable when they're hiding something. You're not too much. You're just a mirror, and they don't like what they see next to you. That's why they joked about you. That's why they kept their distance. That's why they whispered behind your back. They knew even back then that the day would come when their cover would break and you'd still be standing, healed, strong, and untouched. Don't second guess that power. This is your time to observe, not with hate in your heart, but with clear eyes. Let life keep doing what it's doing. Let the truth keep speaking, because the people who did you wrong, they're already losing the thing they cared about most, control. Their lies don't land anymore. Their act isn't working. And their mask? It's not just slipping. It's falling to pieces. And every piece shows what they tried so hard to hide. Fear, doubt, shame. So walk tall. Stay calm. Let your peace speak louder than their noise. Let your silence be stronger than their fake smiles. And your rise? That's all the proof anyone needs that the truth always shows up. No mask lasts forever, dear chosen ones. Your love inspires us to create meaningful content just for you. If our efforts have...
Damn, yeah, I'm trying to fix this Calvin Klein shirt. Look at this shirt. This is a nice shirt too, but when I sit down, the shoulders all perk up right here. I'm like, damn, man, I'm trying to fix this thing.
Touched your heart. You can show your support by clicking the super thanks button on your YouTube screen.
Just about 3 more minutes, guys. See what's being said here.
Feel sorry for them. You shouldn't. You should feel peace. Because this isn't about payback. It's about correction. The same universe that watched you cry, that saw the pain, the lies, the backstabbing. It's the same.
Yeah, I already know, guys. I don't have to listen to this to know that when you do somebody wrong who's innocent, every smile you talk to other people. The only thing they can do now, they're trying to get energy out of talking to other people. And like I said, if these people were smart enough to know what's going on, they wouldn't talk to these people, because what they're doing, they're trying to harness the energy that they feel inside over talking to other people about the situation, trying to like harness energy, but it don't work. These are people who cannot be alone. They cannot sleep. They know what they did. They know they're in trouble. And some of them trying to figure out how they're going to come back. But there ain't going to be no comeback. There are certain things, guys, that people shouldn't be allowed to come back from. Certain type of betrayals, in my opinion, that you just can't come back from. Especially